back to my channel and welcome to another weekly makeup basket. I know there's been a bit of a gap between this one and the previous one. Life has been lifing, and I figured this would be the best sort of video to ease back into it, and yeah, we'll talk about it a bit more in a get ready with me later in the week. I think that's kind of what I said in the last video, and that didn't occur, but I promise it will occur this time. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly go over a few of the things I have in front of me. I can't remember what palettes specifically I had out last time. I do have a stack here that I think are the ones I was dabbling in the mix of, so I'll quickly run through them. I have the Tammy X Revolution. This is the Tropical Carnival Shadow Palette, and it is beautiful and stunning. I'm not sure if this was one that I picked out or if it was just one that was out. But yeah, I've been really enjoying like the purples, this green, just having an array of like fun bright colors to maybe pop into, and yeah, it's been really fun. The Norvina palette, I definitely dipped into this a fair few times. Really love the lid shades in this one, the inner corner sort of brightest lid shade, and yeah, again, the only color in here that I really just don't like, I mean, it's not horrific, it's not horrendous, I wouldn't like get rid of it, but this soul color is just hard to sort of mix in. I'm thinking of using it as a sort of cooling shade maybe, to sort of like neutralize some of the warmer browns. That might be a way forward for it. We'll see. Of course, I have my Tartelette palette, because why would I not? Tartelette in Bloom. Check how big that pan is now. And with a bit more dedication, I could definitely get this cleaned out this year, which low-key a goal, but you know, we'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can get, and just generally working on the rest of the palettes, rest of the eyeshadows as we go. And we have the W7 Dusk Till Dawn. Oh my god, I love this palette, guys. I absolutely love it. I adore it. Yeah, like I could just have this out all the time and work on it. The shadows, like for it being a W7 palette, for it being such a true budget palette, the shifts and the uniqueness of the shadow for that market bracket is really good. So really enjoyed Dusk Till Dawn. The Magic Mini Palette by Juvia's, I've definitely dipped into this a couple of times. It's very beaten up. It's had a child digging into it at times, but using Cassie as like a lid shade, using these sort of transition-y crease shades, lid shades, yeah. I quite like having it out just to add a bit more oomph, a bit more warmth. The 24K Gold Rush from W7, oh me, this was surprising. This shade Golden Boy, I will quickly swatch. I'm not going to swatch a whole lot, like you can probably tell, like look at that, like that in itself is just beautiful. I can't believe I held off so long in dipping into this and playing around in it. It is beautiful and stunning, so yeah, I will definitely be keeping it out and playing with it more. Then we have the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia, which again, absolutely loving. It is so boring. Playing a lot in like colors and purples and things, getting into some actual like warm neutrals. It was a bit jarring. I'm not gonna lie. Loved this Cypress Umber. I felt for a little bit like every look I came up with was just a bit too much, a bit too over the top, too glam. Obviously, I am getting older now. I'm now 35. I stopped filming over my birthday, or did I? I can't remember. But yeah, I turned 35 in, I was about to say last month. By the time you see this, it will be July. Back in May, I turned 35. And obviously I'm having more mature skin, you know, I've had 4 babies and all that has done its number. So wearing makeup like how I would when I was 25 as a 35-year-old is just not going to cut the mustard. So we need to find new ways to wear things. I know I've covered this a lot, but it's a process. And I haven't been wearing makeup frequently enough to follow through on that process, if that makes sense. And lastly, in my little stash here, we have the Mercury. I have this one. Mercury retrograde. I'm filming this after work. It's like past 10 o'clock at night. I'm a little bit tired, guys. But yeah, really, really love this palette. Love using the shade Vortex as a liner. Same with Hot Mess. Love it. Loving the lid shades, these sort of neutrals. The thing I like about this is it's softly pigmented, so even if you do go a bit heavy-handed, it's, you know, it's very forgiving in that way. And I think that might be why when I went on to use this palette, everything came out very full on, because I'd gone from using this one to using this one. And yeah, in terms of what palettes I'm going to pull out this week even, I actually just might keep these ones out and just play in them again, and we'll see where we go from there. As I say, I will be talking more about my future plans in a video coming up, but I do have plans to do a bit of decluttering, like a large-ish purge of my stash, because I have come to terms with this, with accepting that I'm just not as into makeup as I used to be, and it just doesn't fit into my life as much as it used to be, and it takes a lot of space. I don't film videos as regularly as I used to, and as these were tools to do this hobby, yeah, when I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't want to say that I only bought the makeup for the YouTube, but at the same time, not doing the YouTube definitely put the collection into a different perspective. So yeah, on to other makeup-y items that I'm going to be using. Still working on these sort of hydrating makeup bases. The Lisa Armstrong from Avon. There's so little left in this. I'm just plugging away at it. I do have 2 from Revolution on the go at the moment. I have what's left of the Hydra Matte Primer, which isn't much. I'm storing it upside down at the moment, and I'm also using the Radiance Primer Goddess Glow from Revolution Pro, which I really like. Foundation wise, I'm using my little concoction, which I actually can't remember exactly what's in here anymore. I know it has these 3 products in it. It has a Revolution Pro green primer, it has the full cover camouflage, and it has some of the CC Perfecting Foundation. It has what is left of the Studio Sculpt in there as well. But I'm pretty sure I added some Conceal and Define in there. I'm almost certain I did that. But it is a very full pan of Franken foundation, and I'm just working my way through it. Just like a happy little bunny. Concealer wise, I am sort of dabbling between the 2 concealers now. This is the Revolution Bright Eye. The sponge tip came off. It's sort of jammed in the top there. So yeah, we're just working with what comes out of the little nozzle. It is what it is. It's almost finished. It's right up in this little section here. So yeah, it's almost done. And then we have the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Beige. And yeah, just my Shape Tapes I've had for, I think I bought them before Luna was born or just after she was born. So yeah, I've had them for a very long time. I need to get them used up and moved out. Or maybe I'll declutter some. I haven't quite decided yet. But for setting everything, I have the coconut scented baking powder from I Heart Revolution. To set mist, I have the Hyaluronic Fix from Revolution, and I have a backup of it sitting here, ready to go when I need it. Onto the very boring, repetitive portion, the face color, Guerlain Cruel Gardenia highlight. I'm still using it, loving it, enjoying it. It has cracked down the middle there, but it's still good. It still works fine, still performs amazingly. Really enjoy it. The NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Light. Plugging away at it. The pan is expanding. It's very, very thin. We'll see what happens there. And then for blush, has been attacked by little fingers, of course. This is Mocha Blush from MAC. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna be like downsizing my highlights and my blushes. Like, I love having the array, I really do. I love having the selection in the array. But it's just, I mean, I was never gonna get to it all anyway. Let's not be silly. I'm very aware of the fact I would never use up all this makeup in my lifetime. I really wouldn't. But at the same time, it's at such a ridiculous amount that there could never be ever any justification of trying anything new. And I would like to be at that sort of comfortable level where I can purchase new things without, being suffocated by it, because that's kind of how it feels now. It took a while to get to that feeling. I used to love it. I used to adore it. Now, not so much. Again, we'll talk about it later. This was just supposed to be a really quick little chit-chatty makeup-ness, but yeah. It never is, is it? For brows, I can't find the brow thing I'm using. Oh, here we are. The MARC brow pencil. It got to a point where it actually snapped off and kept falling out every time I was using it, and then it fell out and disappeared. It's somewhere. I'm not digging about for it. So I started using the dark brown Avon Glimmer Stick brow pencil, which this very fine, thin stick of pencil on my brows, if I'm using it most of the time, won't take too long to go through either. Of course, I'll be using my primer potion as always. I pulled out a new mascara because the Max Factor one, I don't actually know where the Max Factor one went. It's no longer in my little caddy. I don't know if I put it in my empties or if I put it back in a drawer. But yeah, I can't find it. And this Great Lash one from Maybelline, yeah, it smells like boot polish now, which is definitely a sign it's gone bad. And this is a waterproof one as well. But it had a good run. I enjoyed it. This is the Super Shock Max in black from Avon. I have a basket full of Avon mascaras to use up over the course of the next year or so. Smells good, smells fresh, and it just has this sort of silicone wand, very much like the false lash effect from Max Factor back in the day. And it just fans and builds lashes like nobody's business. Really, really nice. As a base for shadows to go on to, this is Cool Mink from number 7. Again, when I'm doing my declars, I'm definitely going to be a bit more cutthroat on my shadow pencils and things. Because it's just not going to happen, guys. It's really just not going to happen. Eyeliner wise, I'm not bothering with eyeliner. My eyes water a lot, especially in like the summer with hay fever and pollen and things, and yeah, I would rather just use powder shadow. I don't use liquid liner or pot liner or anything like that. I just don't. Very, very boring, guys. Absolutely boring. And then onto lip products. I'm still using this beauty. Not as much as I had been because I hadn't been wearing makeup as much. I was more using like a lip balm on the go. But this is the vegan collagen peptide in cashmere from Revolution, which I bought at the start of the year. I'm going to throw some on because my lips are quite dry. But to get this far through a brand new lip product, even though it's only a that is actually quite good 4ml product. I was about to say if it's like, because it's Revolution, it's usually like 2.8 mils, maybe 3 mils, but 4 mils is a pretty standard across the board makeup industry size, between 4 and like 6 mils, isn't it? So to have gotten it all the way down to here, I'm pretty proud of that. Lip liner wise, I am still working my way through these guys, which I have actually sharpened. I don't know if I sharpened this one. Yes, I did. We have Spice from MAC. We have Spice from Estee Lauder. We have Rose from Estee Lauder, just like a pinkier shade. We have a Linen from Dior. And we have Hazelnut Tea from Laura Mercier. They are all very, very samey colours. And for the most part, I just kind of throw, if I'm wearing makeup, I throw this all over and then just go over with a gloss. That's mostly my go-to. I've also been sort of gravitating towards this Guerlain one that I've been using for yonks. It's the gloss, the Envers. I think it's also called the Petit Robe Noir gloss. You know, kind of like the lipstick. But yeah, that's kind of it for lip products. Very simple, very basic. As I say, I'm just carrying on with the same eye shadow palette, and of course I've got my little MAC quad with, I forgot what this is called again. Dazzle Light. I think it's Dazzle Light Cork. Dazzle Light Cork, Espresso, and I've forgotten. Can't remember. Some really nice shimmery purple. Sketch, maybe? No, it can't be Sketch. I'm sure Sketch is like a dark shade. It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't really matter. It's in there, and they're on my desk, waiting to be used. So those are the makeup items in my caddy for the week, along with a few other things that I haven't specifically picked out, but are just kind of hanging out in there, like the Crossroads blush from Colourpop, which I actually really like. Kind of sad that the cactus is rubbing off of it, but hey ho. And yeah, I will have a get ready with me coming up later in the week, and a whole host of other videos coming up in the weeks to come. There will be a bit of a content shift, is all I'm going to say right now. Like I say, we'll talk about it, we'll discuss. But yeah, so here's to a new week, a new month, a new quarter, a new mindset, a new journey. There's things are happening over here, and I'm so excited for it. It's like this whole new like rejuvenation of energy has occurred, and I am riding the wave. So I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for, as ever, hanging around and being patient with me. I appreciate it so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.